Hi, this is Doctopreneur. You're welcome to my Health and Eye series. So, I'll be talking briefly on BMI. Someone had to ask a question about it, and so we're going to address it in a moment. So, BMI is simply body mass index, and it shows the amount of fat in your body for the level of weight and your height. That is to say, how much fat you have in your body for your weight and your height. And it is measured by your weight and your height. So that's why I keep on saying you need to know your weight and you also need to know your height to know where you fall in. So it's good to know your numbers. You understand that? Now, knowing your weight and knowing your height. So let's take, for instance, that your height is 170 centimeters. And so we'll have to divide your height by 100 to give us 1.7 meters. And let's take, for instance, that your weight is 70 kilograms. Okay? So let's take, for instance, that your weight is 70 kilograms. So let's do the mathematics. 70 kilograms divided by the height. Now, to get the height for this particular measurement, we need to do 1.7 multiplied by 1.7. It should be giving us around 2.89. Okay, so you need to multiply that 1.7 by 1.7, or you can say raise it. Okay, raise it 1.7 raised to power of what? 2. Now that gives us 2.89. So you do 70 kg divided by 2.89. So when you do that kind of mathematics, it should give you about 24.2. So 24.2 is that person's BMI, whose weight is 70 kg and his height is 1.7 meters. Now, this leads us to what are the different ranges of BMI. Now, for BMI, we have different ranges. And those ranges show us which one is normal, which one is overweight, and which one is obese. You understand this? Now, going on or moving on from there, we're going to dwell on the ranges. Okay, so normal BMI is between 18.5 to 24.9. 18.5 to 24.9 is the normal BMI. So if your BMI, after calculating your weight divided by your height, okay, raised to the power of 2, after doing that, if your BMI falls between 18.5 and 24.9, that means your BMI, the level of fat in your body, is normal. Do you get that? So you just need to keep fit, maintain it, all right? If your weight or your BMI rather falls below 18.5, maybe up to 17 or 16 for your weight, especially as a young person, middle-aged person, adult, you're undernourished. You're underweight. In fact, you are malnourished. Do you understand? And there are problems that come with that. Okay, so let's move on from that. Now we've talked about the normal. The normal is between 18.5 to 24.9. Then from 25 to 29.9 is overweight. From 24.9 to 29.9 is overweight. So if you check your BMI and it falls between 25, okay, and 29.9, then you need to start working on your weight. You need to start, that's where you now say, I want to check my weight. All I am telling you, I've also done for myself. And that's why I can tell you. So you need to check that and begin to monitor your weight. Now, some people go ahead and do their BMI and they land in 30 and above. If you land under 30 and above, you're under the class that is called obese or obesity. Now, these things can be reversed. We've talked about malnourished, which is or underweight for your age, especially for young people, which is below 18.5. We've also talked about the normal BMI, which is between what 18.5 to 24.9. We've also talked about the overweight BMI, which is between 25 and what 29.9. And then the obese category is 30 and above. Then the morbidly obese is for those who are 40 and above. That is to say, their BMI is 40 and above. Morbidly obese, those ones who have a lot of diseases attached. So these numbers are very, very important to check and reverse it. If you find that you're overweight, do what you can, control your diet, control what you eat, do exercise to ensure that you come within the normal range. If you check your BMI and you are finding yourself in the obese category, do what you can to come under overweight, and from overweight you come onto the normal category, which is between 18.5 to what 24.9. So have you learned anything from this video? You've known that it is important for you to check your BMI, know your height, know your weight, and it is your weight divided by your height. And your height has to be converted to meters and multiplied by 2 or raised to the power of 2. So if your height is 170 centimeters, you divide it by 100 to give you 1.7 meters, and you do 1.7 times 1.7, you get the height, okay? And then you do 70 as your weight divided by your height, and that gives you your BMI. If you fall between 18.5 to 17 to 24.9, oh, praise God, be happy. If you fall under 18.5, you got to do something to, you know, add some flesh or add some weight, okay? But if you fall beyond 24.9, that is to say from 25, you're obese, you're under or overweight category, you need to do things to bring you within the normal BMI, which is 18.5 to do what? 24.9. Now there are BMI calculators online. Just go online, type BMI calculator. You can even download it as an app, okay, into your phone, and you do it yourself. How do you check your height? Go into a clinic. Some of them have this weighing scale that can check your weight and your height. Do it. Know your numbers and be safe. Make sure you share this clip for everyone around you to know. And follow Doctopreneur on all channels. On YouTube, follow Doctopreneur. TikTok, follow Doctopreneur. On Facebook, you follow Dr. Promise Health blog. Okay, so I'm here to give you plenty health tips, and we're not going to agree for health while this year. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.